Can you name some famous Freemasons like who are active in the world politics today?
For example, first of all, we have the father of George Bush, George H. Bush. We have the son of George Bush, who is initiated in the Skull and Bones. We have John Kerry, also initiated in the Skull and Bones. We have people like Kissinger, who used to be in the P2 Monte Carlo Lodge, and is still a very powerful character in world politics. We have people like Gordon Brown or Tony Blair. Gordon Brown was decided to be a prime minister. I remember already when I was in Kirby Lodge in October or November 2003, I already knew that Gordon Brown would become prime minister. That they were using Tony Blair for a period of time until they needed him, and then they would just flush him down the toilet and replace him with somebody that they think was more suitable for the moment. So Gordon Brown was already there at that time. This was said to me by people in Kirby Lodge 2818. Was a lodge full of bankers, people from banks. It was a lodge founded by the Bank of England, and I was part of it for a period of time. It was one of the many lodges I became part of during my course of my years in Freemasonry, because my previous mentor, Principal Liada, said you have to be basically understanding that Italian Freemasonry is divided in many different sections, many different branches. There is many Grand Masters. So the best thing you can do is to go to England and become a member of the United Grand Lodge of England in order to regularize your position. Lodge 2818 has a long story, and it was a very big experience for me to join this lodge for a period of time. Even if I belong to other lodges in Italy for longer periods of time, like the Minerva Lodge and other lodges, the Garibaldi Lodge, I always thought that my experience in London has been a very special one, because it teach me really how the New World Order has in London one of the most important centers. Welcome back to the Kirby Lodge, and there was Julian Rees, the famous Masonic. This is my charter as Retention Primitive de Memphis and Mizraim, and basically this is my Grand Inspector General 33, Souverain Grand Maître Absolute de l'Ordre Égyptien de Mizraim 90, and Grand Conservateur de Memphis 95. This is my charter given by Dr. Nikolai Friswold in the Oratory of Oslo. To get to the people who are really manipulating the whole thing, and those people are the usual families of Zionists and the Vatican, who is supporting them. So you have these people who want to implement the New World Order are a series of knights from the knighthoods recognized by the Vatican, like the Knights of the Holy Sepulchre or the Knights of Malta, the Knights of St. John. These knights are all part of the secret services in America, in the CIA, in the MI6, in the MI5, in England. So these people who belong to these intelligence services have double loyalty, not only to their country but also to a holy order they belong to, and that holy order is under the control of the Pope and under the control of the various leaders of these knighthood orders. There is many knighthood orders also outside of the Vatican that control all sorts of parts of the aristocracy. We have the Royal Order of the Garter in England, which includes all the members of the various European aristocratic bloodlines that are more or less all interconnected with each other. And then you have, for example, for the Austrians, also the Teutonic Knights still exist. And we can say that all these knighthoods have, in a way, they function as a military structure invisible military structure that is not in the eyes of everybody, but only in the eyes of the people who know what is the significance of this cross put in a certain way, or this other color for this other garment, or whatever. They use special crosses, symbols to recognize each other, like they do in Freemasonry with the square of the compass. Is the most basic thing. Then you have many other degrees and many other symbols to wear, or many other knighthood orders that are connected also to Freemasonry. Freemasonry is born out of the knighthood orders as a necessity to also involve the lower sides of the Western society in this pyramid, and to make them all involved. That's why in England, for example, you have almost, well, in Great Britain, in the whole of Great Britain, almost 500,000 Freemasons. So you have not an elitarian society, but a big society with an elite that sits in the center, ruling all these people.